Welcome to the Ringmasters Podcast, Chicago's most trusted source to educate, guide, and give you tips and advice for choosing and purchasing the right diamonds, custom engagement rings, and wedding bands. Here's our expert design chief, Kurosh Dineshkar, and our diamond experts, Maury Taffershy and Terry Hanley. This podcast is brought to you by Chicago's own Wedding Bands and Company, where we believe marriage is too important for ordinary jewelry.
Hello, friends and listener. Another episode of podcast of the Ringmasters. We are here to talk about shopping online, and is a good idea to buy a diamond online, and give you a little bit insight what we think, and that's something. It's you're gonna find various ideas and direction. So in other hand, always I said, who's your teacher and what they teach you, and there you're gonna find gurus or people they talk about this on YouTube. I seen them, and when you go look at those people, you see a little bit more, find out about them. They are from JamesAllen.com. Their sales people or the people they've been hired to. They're gonna say buy online. So and I have perfect strategy for our listener, and but I want to ask Terry first of all. To see, what do you think, Terry?
Well, it's the online approach. I mean, it's the world we live in today, and there's no way around it. And especially you folks out there that are at the average engagement ring purchasing age, you guys are all that you live in the world of research on the internet and Google and all that kind of stuff. So inevitably you're going to go there, and we know that, we recognize that, and we encourage that. I mean, it's a great learning tool, and you guys have become masters of research online. So use that, learn about it, get the information you want, get the information you need from there. I mean, it's a great place to start. Always keep in mind that everybody's trying to sell you everything, so take everything with a bit of a grain of salt, and kind of be smart about it. But the information is there, and you can. Now the other side of it is, no two diamonds are exactly alike. So you can look at all the details on paper or on the internet and all that kind of stuff, but until you physically see that stone, every stone has its own personality. So it's not like buying a Ford LTD with air conditioning and automatic transmission, all that kind of stuff. Every stone is going to be slightly different than the next. So but it's a great tool and should be utilized in today's world.
I want to use Maury's experience. Maury used to work for a big side holder company, manufacturer wholesale side, and then he came to retail side. And I want you explain Maury the process, how the whole process work, and why people why people they think, if I buy it online, this company they have a better price. Can you explain to it? This is going to be open up.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it all comes about the volume, and then I always say that as Terry said, it's a good tool that you go online to look at it, but before the diamond or jewelry goes online, the last, I would say, 5 or 10 years, for the last 30 years, all the dealers, they have their cars online. Yeah. But then how many people you see buy their car online? I haven't seen one, to be honest. What they do,
you drive it.
What you do, that's a great tool that you're gonna see within the vicinity where you live, within the 50 miles radius. I'm gonna narrow down these 4, whatever it kind it is. It's a BMW 535. My budget is about $20K. Okay, out of 100 dealers, you're gonna narrow down to 3. You look at their reputation, you look at how long they've been in the business, you say, okay, now I narrowed it down to these three, I want to go see it. Why? Because you want to see what's under the hood. Okay, for the diamond, what's under the hood is the clarity, is the look, is the cut. You cannot see any of these online. So you cannot really compare Apple with Apple online. It's a great tool to get an idea what they're going to be, what you can have for 10,000, 5,000, 20,000. But then actually to make the right decision, you have to be hooked up with the right people, as Kuroy says, the right teacher, and then the right company to make it for you. It's not, when you come to this industry, it's not just the diamond itself. It goes as a whole piece. You're going to have the beautiful engine for the BMW, but where are you going to put it? What kind of frame are you going to put it? And that makes a huge difference. It has to be in the right frame, which is the engagement ring, or the wedding band, or any piece of jewelry that we do. It could be a pendant. But it's a whole package that you're going to look at it, that what is it, that am I going to do it online? I was reading a report a few years back that on Blue Nile, because Blue Nile is it's a public company. So they have to give out all the reports, the yearly sales. So they were, I think it was 2013 or 14 that they were showing that they sold about almost $400 million. We're getting there. Wedding Bands and Company is going to get there, pretty much, slowly but surely. But then out of that number, you see that's what they said. The report is 94.6% of it. It was under $4,000 sale. So the people who are spending $2,000, $2,500 buying a third of a carat diamond, they feel comfortable. That they don't have time depending on their jobs. They feel comfortable that if I'm spending $2,500, I'm going to buy it online. And usually they're going to go with the higher color and clarity because they don't know anything better about the diamond. They're going to get the DVVS1 third of a carat, which is going to be about $1,000. And the mounting, $500, it's going to be $1,500. But then when it comes to a customized piece or a little bit larger as far as the size, color, clarity, I can assure anyone that pretty much 99.9% of the people would rather deal with a real person, a real, professional.
Now, I think it's important at this junction in this conversation that we point out our policy on that and kind of how we handle that. And I mean, Cruz, you're welcome to pick this up at any point if you care to. But basically, go find it online. You guys want to shop online? Fine. We have no issue with that. Find the stone. Bring it to us. Get a copy of the grading report. Get the details on it. Bring it to us. More than likely, we can find that exact same stone for you, or we can find something extremely similar. And we'll match the price. I mean, we're happy to do that.
In some cases, even better price.
Some cases,
but
even better prices.
This is the thing that I always tell my
clients. We're happy to work with you.
That you are taking me and you're telling me I'm your consultant, so leave that to me, please. When I come to your business, I'm going to trust you 100%. If you're a lawyer, you can have it, or you can be a call salesman. But I trust you 100%. So when you come and tell me I saw this online, this is a diamond, this is the price, I always tell them that, you know what, that's their website. They get all this information. You cannot find any of, I can guarantee you 100% or 200%, that these companies, the online companies, they don't own the stones. They don't have a safe, the facility that they're going to put these diamonds, 265,000 diamonds, inside that safe every night. Okay, so they upload these sheets, all the Excel sheets from all the owners of these diamonds around the world or US. Once you click on it, just like Amazon used to work, it's going to go, that email is going to go copy of it to the owner of the stone. They're going to ship it to Amazon or ship it back to you, or go to Blue Nile and come back to you. So, and they get a percentage of it. So technically, they know as much as diamond that you do about that diamond, because they haven't seen it
in the jewelry.
Yeah, they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And then the person who's sitting in, they're just providing the service for the website.
In front of a keyboard.
Yeah, just in front of the keyboard. But they don't own 260,000 diamonds.
That's
So once you see that, I always encourage my clients. I say, okay, what is it that you're interested? You say 1.5 carat GVS1, for example, round XXX none. So okay, I open up the Blue Nile right in front of him, and I say, okay, you see that 1.5 GVS1 XXX, no fluorescence. You can see almost 120 stones listed on Blue Nile. One of them is 8,500. At the bottom of the list is 19,500. And then my customer said, "Oh my God, what's the difference?" I said, "I don't know, my friend. You're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. They're all triple X, they're all no fluorescence, all of them 1.5 carat, exactly the same color and clarity." And they say, "What is the difference?" I said, "I don't know. I have to have both of these ends. Once I see it, I can make a judgment. One could be hazy, it could be anything. But I'm not gonna make any judgment until I see the stones." That's why, it's a good tool to go look at it. But if you wanna make a decision for 10,000, 20,000, you gotta look at it.
So in other hand, we want to say everything you see in any website, they are coming from same database, which
Pretty
is
much,
very
yeah.
much a wholesale database.
Right.
And then remember, some businesses, some website, they make that false advertising. We give wholesale price. So they're saying something is not true. Like, what that mean? You give them wholesale price. There is a price. Somebody's selling something and somebody buying. So if you look at it, there is somebody owned the diamond, pay for it. Let's say DD company, they pay for one diamond $10,000, their own money, and they bought it. They want to resell it for profit, because if they want to sell it for loss, they're not going to be in business. They have to add a percentage to that, and they list it to other people. They're going to sell this. Obviously, that company, which is a wholesale, which they bought maybe 50, 100,000 carat of diamond from site holder.
Yeah.
They can open their retail store and sell it directly, but they don't do that because they don't have. Then they are jewelry store. They have to give a service. They have to give design. They have to give a commitment to customer. So they are going to say, "Hey, let me do my job. I'm going to get this stone from the mine, cut it, and create a certificate for it, and then I'm going to do this. That's what I'm good at it.
Right.
And then I'm going to let other people to sell this. And then whoever is going to pick that database, there used to be a different markup. And this different markup, because it wasn't internet 10 years ago, you couldn't see who else has access to that diamond. Today, we all do. So Wedding Man's company has the same access Blue Knight does, or James Allen does, or anybody else does. So if you see any stone, they had a markup from that price, which the owner of the company, wholesaler, which you have to have a commitment from them you're gonna get those prices. This markup, it's set, and we can do exactly anybody can do.
And again,
And then
as
the
Terry
top-
said, as you cannot find any two stones that are going to be alike. That's the beauty of the mined diamond or natural diamonds. That if you think that you find a stone online that it's way cheaper, there is a reason for that.
Exactly, I was gonna get to the point.
So if you really want to go for that quality, don't worry about it. I get you one. I can even get you cheaper than that.
Exactly.
Because that's my job. You cannot see it. I can see it with the trained eyes. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend it to you because I know that you're spending 5,000, 10,000 for the amount of money you're spending. I want you to have a beautiful stone, even though you cannot see it, because I can see it. I'm your consultant. So I feel obligated to provide you with the best quality. It could be any clarity, but then if you're really happy with that price, if your mindset is only on the price, I can give you even better than that.
And as I see in the market right now, websites like James Allen or Blue Nile or Brilliant Earth, they found out they're not buying, investing a lot of money to buying big diamond. and even not trusting that, and they are opening a store. If you go to
brick and mortar. Yeah,
so they
yeah.
bring, and the problem is they have the same logic. I heard from my client. I don't know. I never been in their space, but they said when you go there, they technically they have their website, and some mountain say, "Oh, pick from the website. We're gonna bring it for you." So you can compare again. You can. What's different with us is if when you come in, we try when you set up appointment and you give us the detail and you give the stone you see online, we show you 3 or 4 more cheaper or
better value.
For sure, better
values. Yeah.
And on that, you get free cleaning every year, you get sizing, you get maintenance, because obviously, let's think of this. You buying a ring, and after a couple months, this ring is going to get soap, is going to get a daily use lotion behind it, and you get the scratch when you handle daily work activity, daily routine.
Yeah.
And this need to be maintenance, and you need to go back to jeweler you can trust. That's the person you bought the diamond, you give it to them, and they're gonna take care of it. So I think that diamond, this is buying diamond online, it's a great tool to advantage of our client and us. You guys gonna do this research and find a diamond and bring it to us. We bring a diamond and we show it to you. Again, as I always say in our podcast, we are a ship and you are the captain, and we take you to destination, but you make the decision, and we show you all the options. We educate you, and we are here with you. That's why we are the ringmasters.
And as I always tell my clients is, it used to be like this, that when clients they go look around, they thought it's a bad thing, or they wouldn't want to say that I've been shopping online and I've been looking at the prices. So, I just attack it right away. When they come in, I say, "Hi, how you doing, Maury?" So when I sit down at my desk, the very first thing I open is the websites, because I want to let them know that we're not scared of it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna go not against them. We are all in the same business. But then I had this customer. It's funny that I'm not gonna bring any company's name because we're all friends. And he said, 2 of my friends in the last couple of years, they bought the engagement ring from online. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I was working with this guy for a few weeks, and I narrowed it down to the stone that he wanted. He goes, "Thank you so much for all your help, Maury, but then I'm gonna go buy it online." And then I said, "Why?" He goes, "Because the 2 of my friends, they did it in the last year and they recommended." I said, "What is it? This is the diamond you like?" He goes, "Yeah." I go online to the both websites that he had seen before, and then he goes, "Oh, by the way, they're giving a ring for me. I want only solitaire." And I said, "Okay, solitaire is going to be about 800 to 1200 depending on the width, for like a 1.5 carat for something like that thin band, and I can provide." "Oh no, Maury, they're giving for 350. It's a white gold. They're giving for 350 solitaire." I said, "Okay." So I'll show him the diamond, exactly the same color clarity that he chose in front of me, my diamond. It was $2,400 more on their website. The same color, clarity, fluorescence, 180, FES1. And I said, "Oh, I can match that price and I give you my ring for the same price." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "If you go based on this price, my ring is going to be double." Because they give you as a giveaway, They give you the ring for $350, but they already have $3,000 with the diamond.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got
Which one you want to go?
They've got the profit.
They got the profit already on the diamond.
Yes.
He said, "Oh, I didn't know that." I said, "There you go."
Yeah. So it's always other thing I seen online. There are websites which you can find them, which they are showing. They're comparing other diamond prices online. And as my assumption, and I talked to a tech guy of one of my clients, I don't want to name any website, but he looked at it and he says, these 2 websites or 3 websites they always refer, they own them. So they make 2-3 websites, and then you think you're competing with the whole marketplace, but nah, it's just always it's going to be their own website. And is going to be a number one. So this is all they want.
There's also, you always want to be careful too. There's always a bait and switch process that can take place easily on buying online. And that is, you find a stone, it's a great price, you call them up to order the stone, and say, I'm sorry, that stone has been sold, it's just not off the site as of yet, but we recommend, and then they'll hook you into what they want to sell you. So that's something else to kind of keep an eye out for.
Yes. So the one other thing is the design. When you see a design online and when you look at the actual ring, one thing obviously we want to say, always you have to see the design of the ring on your hand, and you look at it live. Look at the thickness of the shank, look at the inside, you see it's a solid, it has holder, so many things about the design. And obviously when they post them online, they get the perfect picture. Then they sit with the Photoshop and they make 40 years old looks like any 40 years old looks like a
28-year-old. Yeah.
So that's how those model agency are. So that same thing happened for jewelry business today. Obviously those websites, what they sell is those images, and you see, my ring is coming like that. And sometimes they are CAD, they are pictured from CAD designs, and when you get the real ring, they look totally different. So what I recommend always, you have to see a piece, you have to compare. That's what I always recommend. You have to see the piece, you have to compare it against the diamond color you're getting, and
the size and the scale of the diamond too. Every mounting is going to play differently. You can be looking at something that in the picture may be a half carat center and the mounting, but you're going to go with a carat and a half. So you got to change the scale and the proportions of that mounting to the scales and proportions of that center stone.
Yeah, so I think overall also, I think jewelry business never gonna be 100% online. Always people, they gonna realize they wanna see something and they wanna touch it, they wanna wear it. I think the same thing is gonna happen in anything related to art. Never gonna be thinking, this is gonna be just online. But they're going to be a great tool. You get information, and it could be different than fashion, because fashion, like today we see people, they buy 3-4 clothes, they try them and they return them, so not a big deal. But you can't order 4 or 5 diamond, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000 each, and then compare them, and then you don't know what to compare. You need somebody show you the difference. So it's a great tool to you get idea, and if you are listener, like Maurice says, and we love to chat with you through you're welcome to our store. But if you are not in Chicago and you like our help, we are gonna come FaceTime. We see it next to each other when we show you, and then if you are working with other jewelers and you listen to our podcast, I think be straightforward with them. Just go say, show me, this and that, and I found this diamond online. This is a price. Can you match the price? And you're gonna say 99, not 100% of the time, people they're gonna say yes, I match the price, because they can get it the exact same or similar. And you make a relationship. You have a jeweler to go to. If something's wrong, you go there. If you need a maintenance, you need a sizing, anything, you go there, and you're gonna use that relationship for other pieces. So after you buy an engagement ring, a wedding band is coming. Wedding band is something you needed to go with your engagement ring, and then you continue anniversary.
Push gifts. Yes.
I give these examples to my customers. It's funny, but I said, just like a diamond, it's pretty popular in the last few years, the online dating. I said, how long you do it over the, online? Talking to her, chatting with her, but eventually you want to meet her, right? You're not just going to have a relationship for 5 years, or you're not going to say yes over the internet. It's okay, I got you. Let's get married.
There are those that do.
Yeah, sometimes,
No,
but
right, I'm being funny.
not very often. But then, really, you want to meet that person before you make the purchase or make the commitment to do it.
One thing, Terry, I want to say, there is a testimony from one of our clients on our YouTube page, and I have this. It's been a years still in our page, YouTube page, and this client did so many research, bought the diamond online, then came in to compare. We showed them, and then he returned his diamond. He's saying his own word. He says that the reflection was not exact same.
The brilliance.
Yeah. And that was exactly by his word. And then he returned the diamond and came here. We matched the price. We made the ring, and he was happy. He was so happy about this and left us a video testimony, and you can find it on our YouTube channel. So I don't encourage you to do that, to buy a diamond and put that company to so much problem. But I would say, especially if you buy an expensive diamond for 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 50,000, just bring those and tell them this is what I found, match the price. And then also I learned this in my personal experience to shopping many things. And I would say all of our listeners, they're smart but not always cheapest is the best. Always the cheapest is the one. There was something wrong with it.
Yeah. Penny wise, pound foolish is the old saying.
So we are happy to answer any question you have. We throw us an email, shoot us a question, give us a call, anything, and we look forward to answer any question you have, and we be side by side by you to make that decision and pick that diamond. We look forward to see you or hear from you or hear your phone call. Let us know if you listen to this podcast and came to this. So it's gonna make us very happy. We get tons of people. They tell us, tell us they hear our podcast, existing client or people they come to this one, and that gives us encourage to do more. And we are happy to talk to you through this podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good one.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
This podcast is brought to you by Chicago's own Wedding Bands and Company, where we believe marriage is too important for ordinary jewelry.